So Masons and mystics use the checkerboard, the black and white, symbolizing duality, evil and good. Ancient mystics often used the checkerboard pattern in temples and mystery schools. Aside from representing the duality of our existence on Earth, they also use this symbol as a way to open up portals of energy, which is when you see like awards, you see the black and white checkerboard, there are rituals, and what they're doing, they opening up portals of spiritual angels, fallen angels, giving power to them and gaining control over the crowd, the masses that's out there watching. And so regardless of the things that they do and the signs that they throw up, the people in the audience is under the spell of Satan. This pattern would help create an environment more conducive to connect with knowledge in the higher realms, which is fallen angels. The checkerboard pattern also ties into numerology. The board is composed of 64 squares. Add 6 plus 4, you get 10. The number 10, which can also be reduced to 1 plus 0 equals 1, is symbolic of energy, power, leadership, and action. Also, 0 is a reminiscent of a circle, a center, a starting point, or a void. So there you have it, people. The black and white is a Freemason entity. And so when you see these artists, they are in this. They are locked in it. They are controlled. They are part of the Brotherhood or a part of the Freemasonry. These are rituals. These things are Satanists. It is demonic. Welcome to your favorite celebrity, Control to Control You, Chronicles. Welcome back to the Pastor's Chronicles. This is Celebrities Control to Control You. We're going to start these Chronicles off by touching on the personality Judy. Now let's look at Judy. Judy's painting. This altar is a teenage girl who is anorexic. Most of her paintings place a heavy emphasis on the concept of duality, which is one of the most basic occult concepts. Place a heavy emphasis on the concept of duality, explored by mind control rituals. Duality is an ancient hermetic concept which is traditionally representing with yin-yang, black and white, as a Masonic checkerboard pattern. Judy's work often give a prominent place of the Masonic checkerboard floor, the surface on which occult rituals and ceremonies take place in secret societies. She was probably heavily exposed to the concept of duality, good girl versus evil girl. Sometimes this is also found in popular culture, and the symbol of the checkered floor was probably physically used during the program. So if you look at this Crying Rose fully exploits the theme of duality used on mind control victims to create a split of personality. The crying girl, who is dressed in a checkered dress, reflects the checkerboard pattern floor, therefore insinuating that duality is occurring within her. This piece, titled Symbolic or What, is indeed symbolic. Two girls, or two personalities of the same girl, avoid stepping on the checkerboard floor due to the presence of a snake. They appear to be covering their genitals, implying that the snake is a phallic symbol. The painting also attests to the great psychic power The painting also attests to the great psychic power of the checkerboard pattern on victims, a trait that was probably part of the program. And this painting portrays monarch slaves as literal pawns on the chessboard who are played with to then be disposed by the handlers. And this self-portrait depicts Judy as a person divided into an opposite entity. The sharp words and insults on the image recall the violent and abusive process that leads to the fragmentation of the personality. To Ted saw. It dispensed the abuse of a small child by his handlers. Ted is a small teddy bear sitting on the floor. Young mind control victims are often given teddy bears by their handlers to make them develop an emotional attachment to them. This attachment is then exploited by the handlers to create emotional trauma. In Ted's legless Ria's, the handler rips off one of her best friend's legs while forcibly holding her on the ground. The trauma causes dissociation, which is represented by the transparent version of the girl. Haunting words are inscribed on the wall. Help me, please. Brat was here. The painting Unspeakable dispensed the unspeakable. The abuse of small children by the handlers. Strange phrases are written on the wall along with an inverted cross, a symbol that appears to be hardwired into the brains of monarch slaves. So let's look at this one. No dispense a forced abortion or premature birth, who was probably pregnant due to abuse. The bloody operation is witnessed by Rhea, probably to traumatize her, according to Ellen P. Laxter. Fetus are either sacrificed in rituals or used as slaves. Children caged up like animals about to be tortured by a dissociated animal. Another abuse involved children who have dissociated, transparent bodies floating. I want to take a look at this artist by the name of Rita, just to give you an idea of mind control. Her name is Rita Ora, but she has an awful lot of symbolism. The album cover for Ora, All Seeing Eye Symbolism, that mindless stare the elite have been promoted, and a chain necklace, which just might be hinting at her slavery. Let's take a look at Will Smith's son in Icon with the chain wrapped around his neck. So more of all-seeing eye symbolism, just showing us who owns her. Here's some more all-seeing eye symbolism, and this only shows who actually owns her. Symbolism showing readers dissociating or alters created from MK Ultra. Then you see the feline outfit, Sex Kitten alter created by MK Ultra or Sex Beta programming, which represents sex slave. Rita showing her silence programming, a must for Illuminati puppets, which means they have seen something, heard something, and they can't tell any of it, or they can't tell anyone, least they may put their lives in jeopardy. Here you got Rita wearing the Eye of Horus, or the all-seeing eye. If you look closely, you can see that the pupil is a pyramid. Also, the eye is hanging over the shirt, which says "Made Me," as in Illuminati made her, or the elite made her. I mean, if you look at it, it's just subliminal messages. I mean, they wear what's going on with them. They wear what's happening. Just like in the movies, you got predictive programming, subliminal programming. Well, subliminal messages. Well, look at here. You have subliminal messages. She wearing it, and she's doing it. Oh yeah, Rita inspiration is none other than Marilyn Monroe, the ultimate sex slave prototype. Many times after these artists begin to wake up and see the harm they have been doing to not only themselves but the public, they start to speak out. Obviously, they can't just come right out and say what's going on, or they end up like many others, such as Michael Jackson, Tupac, Jimi Hendrix, Bob Marley, etc. Instead of flat out making claims, the person will make it come off as a joke or just some metaphor, or I think you get the picture. The point is, they're throwing it into our faces and asking us to open our eyes.
Dumb and Dumber 2 opens tomorrow. Please say hello to Jim Carrey. Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it.
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? Like, for years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, when they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things, and, you know, and look at him trying to come it out. It's hilarious, hilarious. And, you know, and I'm sick of, hold on a second. You know what they're trying to do?
Who?
This thing is buzzing, hold on. They're trying to turn us into, you know, consumer drones of some sort. Hold on, I just got to get this.
And yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm in the middle of blowing the lid off some...
What happened?
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I was temporarily interrupted by my iPhone 6 Plus. 5.5.
That's a big one, huh?
5.5 heads-up HD display. I think what I was really trying to say was I think people will enjoy Dumb and Dumber this weekend.
And that is what I thought you were about to say.
They should all go to the theater. They should all go to the theater tomorrow and see it.
And they should.
Because we could use a good laugh. Ha, 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 ha.